Hi, I'm Kaz. I'm the Curriculum Manager at Shichida Australia, and I'm the mum to 2-year-old twins that have been coming since 6 months of age. And I was very surprised to see from very early on how much output we were getting from them already. Our program, usually states that we don't see a lot of output until even 3 years of age, but at 18 months I was getting shape names, song recognition, counting, letter recognition, all those sort of things, and I was so amazed at how clever they already were. My husband Brendan is always so surprised at how much output we get and how much the girls absorb just from even class. Even today he sent me a video of one of my girls, Claudia, singing a song that she heard for the first time in class. Today we're going to be talking about how the Shichida program naturally prepares children for standardised testing such as NAPLAN or even IQ testing without drilling them and without making it seem like it's a chore.
You will see that our curriculum naturally builds abilities like problem solving, critical thinking and memory, which are key components in both. I want to make it clear that Shichida is not about testing at all. It's not about NAPLAN prep or IQ tests. The fact that Shichida kids excel at these is purely a result of a well-planned and comprehensive curriculum. Let's look at some examples of how our 0 to 6-year-old program covers concepts that appear in NAPLAN for years 3 and 5. Shichida's early literacy activities, like phonics, memory games, and reading comprehension, train children to recognise sounds, word forms, and understand text. These are the very skills tested in NAPLAN reading and language assessments. Year 3 NAPLAN tests have basic questions to match letter to object names, a skill that we introduce in our 1 and 2-year-old toddler program. Here you can see a Year 3 NAPLAN test on nouns and adjectives. This is something that we start teaching our 3 to 5-year-olds, where we encourage children to think of interesting descriptive words. NAPLAN tests for years 3 and 5 have reading comprehension activities where they read a short story and need to answer questions about it. This is a skill that we work on with our 5 and 6-year-olds in the pre-primary program. We have an activity called story memorisation, where children must listen to the story being read to them twice and then answer questions. We also develop this skill by using simple books that children read along with and then answer a variety of questions that need both literal and inferred answers. NAPLAN tests for years 3 and 5 have story ordering, where they need to read the sentences and put the pictures in the correct order. We do similar activities in our 5 and 6-year-old program, where they need to put the pictures in order, but also actual sentences in order to make a logical story. In Shichida, we introduce number recognition, patterns, and basic problem-solving skills that evolve into more complex math skills over time. These foundations are directly related to the problem-solving and arithmetic questions in NAPLAN. In Year 3 NAPLAN tests, there are lots of simple single-digit arithmetic questions. At Shichida, children are taught addition from very early on and progress through the kinder and pre-primary programs so that they can eventually complete a 10 by 10 addition grid through instant recall. Year 3 and 5 NAPLAN tests also focus on number sentences, where children need to read the story and gather the information needed to make an equation and then solve it. Shichida focuses on number stories from our 5-year-old pre-primary program, using addition and subtraction, becoming more challenging in the 6-year-old program and beyond. This is a very important numeracy skill as it teaches comprehension rather than just rote learning equations. Our primary classes, which range from 7 to 9-year-olds, explore more complicated mathematical concepts such as bar graphs and Venn diagrams, which can be found in the Year 7 NAPLAN test. Shichida also teaches a lot of numeracy concepts such as counting objects, subtraction, ordinal numbers such as first, second or third biggest, fractions such as half, quarters and thirds, all of which can be found in NAPLAN tests. Shichida's emphasis on visualisation, memory exercises and logic games prepare children to tackle multi-step problems which appear in NAPLAN's higher order questions. Some critical thinking activities including size ordering, combining shapes to make new shapes and shape discrimination are all found in NAPLAN, However, Shichida actually goes above and beyond these critical thinking activities found in the tests. What's even more fascinating is that Shichida's curriculum covers many of the skills measured in IQ tests, without ever targeting them specifically. Shichida's brain training exercises, like puzzle solving and pattern recognition, develop a kind of logical reasoning that's tested in IQ assessments. One of the most popular activities is our fun critical thinking game that becomes progressively more difficult as the children get older. By a happy coincidence, a lot of these activities are actually very similar found in the ones in the IQ tests. A lot of our primary worksheets in particular focus on pattern recognition and rule finding, where children need to look at the whole grid to figure out the pattern, not just one row. Another reoccurring activity in the IQ test is finding similarities, where children understand the concept that if a horse lives in a barn, then a bird must live in a birdhouse. Some of the Shichida versions of these activities are actually more complex than the ones found on the test. Other activities involve children needing to visualize different viewpoints, whether that be mentally rotating shapes, cutting out shapes in folded paper, imagining mirror image, or looking at an object from a different perspective. All of these activities can also be found on the IQ test. Our focus is on creating lifelong learners who can thrive in any environment. Whether your goal is academic success or a more holistic education, Shichida helps your child reach their full potential. We understand that some parents worry about over-prepping their children for tests, but that's not what Shichida is about at all. We don't engage in testing or test prep. Instead, our goal is to build a solid foundation of skills that apply for everyday learning through fun and engaging games and activities. And as a natural result, your child will excel in tests like NAPLAN and IQ tests. The Shichida method curriculum is so rich and varied that it naturally prepares your child for life, whether it be school or any other areas of interest. We often hear from our Shichida primary students that they are actually super excited about their NAPLAN Year 3 test. We have many graduates who go on to excel in robotics, mathematics, professional writing, professional gaming, instrumental mastery, memory record breaking, advocacy, and so much more. To our Shichida families, you are in good hands. Your child will be school ready, plus so much more. They'll be ready for life, armed with the confidence and a range of skills. If you are not yet part of our Shichida family, don't delay. Our enrolment cutoff age is 4.5 years of age, with the program continuing until 9 years old. If you'd like to experience this for your child, we invite you to try the Shichida trial today. Click the link to book a discounted trial and discover how Shichida can give your child an incredible head start.